Welcome back to Doctor Who, and now we are on the second part of the Slovene duology, World War III.
It'll be over soon.
Yeah, fortunately, this will be... don't worry, guys, after this series, you don't have to worry about the Slovene. In Doctor Who, at least.
Anyway, start before the recap. Should be seeing a black screen right before the recap.
Yeah. Okay, 3, 2, 1, click. If we ever do the Sarah Jane adventures, that will...
I have kind of a soft spot because Sarah Jane is actually my favorite companion in general. It helps that she's been the one who stuck the most, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Now, let's go back to the aliens who disguise themselves as humans and fart all the time.
How threatening.
I don't know, everyone seems to find it threatening.
What would happen if someone smoked a cigarette near them? They will explode?
Probably.
Oh.
Alright, the Doctor also was getting electrocuted.
Yeah, but because the Doctor is not human, exactly.
The Doctor. Yeah, that's the thing. The Slovene are not really smart when it comes to dealing with the Doctor.
Well,
they didn't seem to be aware of who he was before.
Wait, how come when one of them gets electrocuted, the other one's being electrocuted?
No
Is it
fucking
to take
idea.
out the leader mentality, or?
So, but that doesn't...
You take out the leader, you kill everything else.
No, maybe
because the other had the detonator in hand and it was connected to that. I don't know.
And yeah, we know the Slovene aren't really they're not, their species isn't called the Slovene, but yeah.
Well, I actually remember easily the name of a species, but it will be said later on in this episode anyway.
World War III.
Totally.
Yeah, by Russell T Davies.
What's next? An episode where the Doctor goes back in time and tries to kill Hitler? That'll be just silly.
Yeah, and even better, let's just have it after Hitler gets locked in the cupboard. Let's just have it so that we can just it anywhere and it won't make any difference. Anyway.
Yeah. Or maybe it's because the Slovene had a collar around them. That's why maybe the Doctor, basically by planting it onto them, redirected the charges to the...
Now's not the time.
First, I'm gonna take a selfie. Also, trying to take a photo with a Nokia 3410, you must be really brave or foolish. Oh, there you go.
And off you go.
This guy is channeling so much Dr. Eggman. I mean, the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog robot.
I'm surprised the Slovene's theme tune wasn't like this. Quick, get the emergency protocol. Never mind.
Oh yeah, spotted the scenes where the Slovene are in costumes and the other where the Slovene are clearly CGI.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, God.
That's yeah. Remember, guys, I said the environment's aged well, not the...
Again, I argue again, the Gelford actually did age well, in my opinion.
Well,
but I guess
it was creatures, so
yeah, I guess it was easier because we were more outlined rather than just being proper models. Oh, and now we're getting this scene. Oh, officers, they're really bad. We don't believe you. Jesus fuck. I just don't like this cliche in general. It's similar to the lie reveal one. It's just there to make you lose time.
Well, he managed to read up on the protocols?
Yes, he's just that awesome.
Wait, there's a lift? Is there even a lift? Is there even a lift at the location where they filmed
with
it?
the very simplistic terms of indicating the floors.
Is there even a lift at the location where they filmed it?
No
I don't
idea.
know.
Do you even lift, bro?
It's in some castle somewhere in South Wales.
They reconverted a castle into a public office of London.
So what was that, Siri?
You said they filmed at various locations for this particular.
Yeah, inside Downing Street was in some castle. Yes, Tio?
No, I was saying like it has a very primitive way to indicate its single floor.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, if you haven't catch already, the human military forces in the Doctor Who series are not very smart.
Yeah. Move!
Although
Oh, God, what this line coming up. What? This was recorded at. This was aired at 7 p.m. on BBC One, by the way.
Good night, everybody.
Prime time on one of the biggest channels in the UK.
The stuff they're showing kids show these days.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, I'd argue the Doctor Who never aimed to be a kids show, so
It's a family show.
yeah, more like T14, I suppose.
And the Slovene can smell fear.
So they're the Ursa.
The aliens
dog.
released the Earth.
Oh man.
Again, the Doctor could just walk right past the freaking alien species.
Because he just can. Although, yeah, like I was about to say, I comment on one thing. I guess because it is a British show, so they aim at some patriotism and everything. But at the very least, it's refreshing to see where the stuff on Earth is happening, especially like in current times. The Americans do not save the day 24/7, like we were like the coward or something. So the show is much more contained rather than being the stereotypical one that you may think. Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's clear that the actors can't see where they're going.
Yeah.
It's like the director's off stage yelling at left, right, up.
A/B start.
Yeah, and the almighty Slovene are
Defeated by a fire extinguisher.
and curtains.
Again, you could probably just light a match,
But sure, that would blow up the whole building.
throw it at them, and run.
I mean, the Doctor will just regenerate, and we will lose Rose. So
But we'd lose
win-win situation.
But we'd lose the other one caught up in the middle of it.
Oh, right.
Needs
Well.
must.
Tio, I don't like Rose either, but I'm not willing to sacrifice an innocent civilian.
We hardly knew we.
No, really, we didn't, but still.
Oh, there you go. Now the Doctor is actually having some intelligent thought.
Yeah. Triplicate the flammability of the alcohol. Yeah, quiet please, I'm talking here.
The adults are talking, Rose.
A northern accent.
So yeah,
They're doing it for the lols.
Yeah, apparently these Levine are not the proper alien species. They're just basically a family of gangsters.
Yeah, they're just called Slovene. Duplicate the probability. Yeah, he's just making it up.
What a surprise, the doctor lying.
Well, there's nowhere to run to.
So what to do?
Mr. Chicken.
Boop.
Yep. Well,
So
metal doors.
Does the cabinet really have these kind of defense measures?
I don't know.
But here's the thing, the doctor is kind of an idiot because they just trap themselves there and they just let the Zoltine do whatever the fuck they want.
He kind of just acts on a whim.
Yeah, especially when he's
Again, I argue he's still very rusty because he's not doing his job for a while now.
Especially when he's been trapped by what looks like the love child of them bobblehead alien toys in E.T.
Mixed in with a bit of Funko Pop if we're going by those eyes.
And
Yeah,
vinegar.
it really looks like a it really reminds of a Funko Pop.
And Andrew Marr again.
I'm in the episode. Seriously, I swear I saw this guy somewhere else. I just can't catch that.
Probably in the film.
Most likely.
Deputy Secretary for the Scottish Parliament and... the North Sea Boating Club. Yeah, and clearly Andrew Marr is suspicious, but
I mean, he just saw entering the building all kinds of people, so yeah.
yeah, who are they? But, sir, weren't you against the Prime Minister earlier?
Shut up!
Using the human skin as coat hangers. Sheroy, we saw we saw the actress playing Margaret in a Casualty episode, didn't we?
I think so.
Yeah.
I hope she had a better role there.
I think so. I can't remember if it was Bristol era or Cardiff era.
Either or are fine.
Yeah, I mean you can tell the difference, but
But anyway, yay, more bickering!
well, not bickering is more like
Rose Mom being Rose Mom.
yeah. Well, Mickey's trying.
Yeah, again, Mickey is... how can I describe? Mickey is kind of like the Daffy Duck of the series so far. Basically, he's trying his ass off to make things go right. Well, trying also for him to go right. But the world is hell-bent to screw his life in every possible step.
Sniff.
Okay.
So yeah, he's just going back.
Okay. Why did you even left?
Because
Potatoes.
yeah. But apparently he's also with the Foches. It's just well, he's on his own.
Yeah.
I know his name, Indra Ganesh.
When I first saw her, I thought she was the Sarge from the Bill.
No, that was someone else.
They look very similar.
So yeah, but basically the device around their necks shrinks them down to size, which causes the farting because
they produce gas, and of all gas, why sulfur? That's just wrong.
because we need toilet humor in this episode.
No, we don't. This is not Nickelodeon. Come on. Seriously, with the components and everything, it really does feel like a Nickelodeon show. Yes, Rose just suggested to nuclearize the cabinet.
Bearing in mind that's gonna blow
We're
up.
not making this shit up, folks.
That's gonna blow up the whole south coast. Never mind just London.
Sorry, Dweebs.
Well, they said nuclear codes. It's going to blow up a bit more than that.
Sorry, Dweebs. I suppose you're gonna have to leave to, your country are gonna have to decide a new city for its capital. My bad.
That's the thing, Pedro. Half our city, quite a few of our cities.
Let's check, Dweebs. I'm not Portuguese.
Quite a few of our cities. Sorry, Tio. Quite a few of our cities are in the south coast.
So what's left?
It's our plan all along. You will all have to
Liverpool?
migrate to Wales, and Cardiff will be the capital.
You might as well. They're stealing everything else BBC related. So. Yeah, remember, Rose has got the megaphone.
The magic cell phone, yeah.
Yeah, and the Doctor has contacts, but they're all dead.
Yeah.
Excuse me, he's the only one who's been quite helpful, actually.
Yeah, and he took a picture of, he took a picture of how the Celine would take a selfie.
Very high quality picture for Nokia 3410, but we'll just overlook that. I mean, if a show like CSI can get away with the zoom and enhance cliche on very shitty photos, so can this one.
Yeah, and we don't. And generally, British shows, even our most expensive ones, don't cost as much as American ones. Mainly because we're smaller.
Beep boop.
Wow, it's that easy for a guy in his mid-20s, from the looks like, to hack into a top-secret organization.
We're using the Hollywood hacking method.
From his bedroom, from some bedroom somewhere in London.
Hack the government. Oh my god, stop bickering!
Mickey's trying to work here.
Like, that's a problem. Even if Rose's mother had a point in the fact that the Doctor life is miserable and everyone around him is dying. First, it's not the time. Second, you're not really in the position to judge at the moment, because even if Rose's life in danger, first, I think she's supposed to be an adult, was like 18 at least.
Besides, she was living in London. That's like the most danger-fraught city ever.
Yeah.
Seriously, I mean, the traffic's terrible. So apparently there's a message of some sort on a loop.
Drink
And
your
Rose's mum is
Ovaltine.
just being annoying, as usual.
Answer the door.
It's actually Darkseid spreading the anti-life equation.
Alright. Might just be a lost pizza delivery boy. Yeah, shut the door, that'll stop him.
This is a mess. It will be a miracle if those pizzas are still in place.
Ah, get it? She said his name wrong.
And she didn't even lock the fucking door.
And since they live in the flat, it's not like they can go out the back garden. And then people walk outside because of the bright light. I'm trying to sleep here.
I'm also loving the fact that Mickey is politely waiting for this Levine to reveal its true form, like it's a Sailor Moon episode, and the villain is waiting transformation sequence to be over.
It lasts about as long.
I'd watch Sailor Moon myself, but there's a problem: the DVDs aren't out here.
They're also very expensive. It was one of the instances that I was talking about when I was talking about Japanese DVDs that have subtitles.
Yeah.
It's the only reason I don't own them. That's a lot of money.
So yeah, trying to find the true race of this Levine.
Calcium decay. You know, the Slovene managed to break down the double wooden door. They're having trouble with a single one.
Well, at the very least, it's showing that. Oh, at the very least, it's.
I love that line. Yeah, great. We can write them a letter.
There you go. Rapsacorico Fallapatorian. That's the name of the race.
Yeah.
But anyway, at the very least, we're not using the American way of doors being made of paper thin wood, but you can just poke them and they fall off.
It takes some effort to break down, but they're like 8 foot tall.
And they have huge claws.
Yeah, basically Jackie's going to use anything that comes to mind that you associate with vinegar.
You know what this reminds me? The movie Evolution, I don't know if you saw it, where they figure out that in order to defeat the aliens, we need to use selenium, and thus they use basically shampoo.
Oh,
I love how it's blatantly like noodles dipped in green sauce.
not cleaning that up either way.
Poor Mickey.
Yeah, let's have a drink to it.
Yep.
But, well, the doctor's not a fan of alcohol.
Now, what do we do about the rest of them?
Yeah.
Where are we gonna find a lot of vinegar in number 10?
And the Slovene can sense when one of their own died.
Oh. I guess psychic resonance.
You do know you're right in front of two policemen, right? They could hear what you're saying.
Silly dweebs. The militaries are just dumb, as we demonstrated.
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, time for the official communication from the new leaders of the world, apparently.
Mm.
How did you survive, though?
They were feeling generous. And the most baffling thing is, the freaking United Nations believes this shit.
Which is clearly wrong, because at least a couple of major important political figures in the past have encountered the Doctor, therefore some countries are aware of his existence and know that something is wrong here.
But, again, they don't offer any evidence to support their claims, quote-unquote.
But Dweebs, look at that round face. Do you think that round face can tell lies?
Yes. He's an actor.
You're a monster.
He's a politician.
Wow, I'm actually kind of surprised. We've gone through both parts, and it's only now we've made the joke about politicians.
Like a two-parter that's set in number 10.
Yeah. Well, it's not really number 10. They use the outside of a house that looks like number 10.
Just pretend.
Still think that deserves cookies.
and it's filmed in a castle in Wales, but still.
Hello.
So the trick, basically, the Slovene are going to trick the world to firing nukes at each other.
It's kind of like a Metal Gear plot when you think about it, one of the later ones. So I'm guessing someone was well. No, to be fair though, around this time, 2 and 3, yeah, 2 or 3 were released, or we're about to release. I have to check again. Peril is gonna kill me if he listens to this part. But yeah, it's very similar, which I guess in turn is similar to a James Bond plot. So basically, the Slovene are doing this because then the Earth will be at a high price, but they can use to sell it to the best offering, and of course, getting money, I guess.
Okay, I think there's been 5 episodes, and only 2 of them don't have an end goal of money.
I'm guessing that the Mr. Russell wants to tell us something.
He hates money grubbers.
He thinks BBC still wants to make a show just for money.
But this was like the first series, and BBC probably didn't even know it was going to make any money. Why do you think they filmed it in Cardiff? It was cheaper there.
Home.
Where did all the flags go?
No idea.
No, they didn't! No, we didn't! We're lying!
It's like the London of the Avengers 1988 movie, where it's completely desert.
So basically, Russell T Davies thinks that England are a bunch of genius con artists that we can fool everyone into thinking we're going to go to intergalactic war. I bet you if this was the Welsh Assembly doing it, it would be more favourable. Ooh, ooh. A red telephone. With Skittles?
Yeah, what's with the Skittles on the desk?
Are you sure they're not M&Ms?
M&Ms usually have the little logo on each of them, don't they?
I couldn't see that properly.
Oh, and apparently there's voicemail. The emergency world leaders are on voicemail.
Rosemab's actors, can you do that line again with the next time acting a bit better, please? Jesus fuck.
At least Rose is saying, go ahead, because
it's not like anything else is
the
going to work.
The word is better. Yeah, the word is best to be saved instead of just caring about one person.
Wait, Rose caring about people other than herself? That's not her character.
Well, I guess it improved while seeing the end of the war in episode 2. There you go. This Theresa May actually wants to help too.
Yeah, and well, since she's like the only authority figure that actually is worth a damn. If the phone answers, won't they notice that your voices all of a sudden sound rather rumbly?
That transformation sequence looks to be quite painful with the way they're scrunching up their faces.
Kinda. Well, that's the thing. Since the body we're using is just the costume, I guess it's not that big of a deal.
I guess they did say that kind of cramped.
Keep in mind, I've been not doing cosplaying, and especially with full bodysuits, so I cannot tell.
Also, wait, Unit and the Royal Navy use the same password.
Not commenting on that. Never mind the fact that Mickey can hack into that using Internet Explorer. Like, I'm sorry. If this was even like remotely accurate, he would be getting freeze pages and pop-ups up the wazoo.
Plus, the police would be at his door in a minute. Mind, I guess they're presently occupied.
I guess, yeah.
Also, fire isn't a big circly red button.
It just can. This is really happening, folks.
Yep.
We're launching a fucking missile on the cabinet.
Well, it's just gone past Cornwall.
So yeah, I'm really, the doctor, Rose, and the other person here are totally gonna die.
So apparently, small cupboards are stronger.
No, this is not the logic of just hide under a table during an earthquake. That's not how it works.
Besides, it's a freaking missile. Oh, apparently, wow. The United Nations is really dumb. They just voted to release the codes for a bunch of
Nukes.
yeah, with no evidence.
Lives, that face was really convincing.
Also, there was a threat to destroy the missile, but well, it was countered. Yeah. What do you mean incoming?
Oh shit!
Get the fuck out!
The police chief has only managed to yell in this episode.
So there's a missile. So sorry.
Keep your orgy. Keep continuing with your orgies.
Also, the missile course passes right past her block.
Never mind the fact that the sound should have almost deafened her, because those kind of missiles are programmed to actually,
Wait,
you
they
know,
can't
surpass
fit in
the
their
sound
disguises
barrier.
They're panicking. So
We're
they can't do
so
it right.
dumb, Dweebs, don't you know?
Okay, the missile should have hit them by now. Yeah. Hide in a small cupboard underneath a shelf. I am sure that will.
This works. Ding.
What's the movie where someone hid in a fridge?
Indiana Jones.
And the
4.
Kingdom of Crystal Skull, yeah.
Mm.
The new.
Well,
the
then again, that series had like a bunch of people falling off like 3 giant waterfalls.
I
into, like-
prefer the frying the coke meme. I forgot what movie specifically it was, but it has basically in the climax
It was like
two
that Stephen
dudes.
King mini-series on it.
No. It basically has 2 dudes repairing themselves from a huge fire explosion behind a Coca-Cola vending machine. Yes, but yes, they survived.
Go on, tell them. It's gonna take a while to rebuild Downing Street, innit?
Just leave it to LexCorp.
Wrong universe.
At least they didn't have the cat yet.
Well, the Slovene are incinerated,
Totally, they're completely gone.
and police are. They're not
They
even
said to destroy them with vinegar, not a missile.
And there you go. The doctor basically just knew all along where Jones was in reality, but didn't want to spoil.
Yeah.
Don't worry, she will show up again, for the better or the worse. She has her own kind of character arc.
Yeah. Okay, I'm pretty sure they're filming in London this time.
Totally.
And yeah, of course, Rose survives, and we have a happy reunion.
So, does that mean that Rose will actually stay home or not, or she will go with the doctor again? Take a wild guess.
What do you think?
You know, when parents want their kids to leave their house at a certain age, I don't think this is what they meant.
It's not just like Pokemon, Shiro. At the age of 10, get the fuck out with a lizard and go conquer the world or something.
Or a mouse.
That is basically the thought.
I don't think BBC News 24 really cares.
Especially said in that tone.
Good in a crisis.
Also, social commentary a bit, with Rose saying, the Warriors already moved on from the news about aliens existing.
Yeah, there. It's like last week's news.
I don't think it was conveyed in a good way, I think.
Grass and safety pins.
I really don't know what Rose mother smokes.
Oh no, I'd imagine the doctor to be the kind that would take a shot at local cuisine.
Well, he likes chips, we know that.
Considering his food taste for at least for this 11 incarnation, I'm inclined to believe it doesn't really know what it's doing.
Also, TARDIS calling.
Well, I got rid of the advert.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just tea, Doctor. Jesus. She's not my mum.
Just to be glad that the doctor is not really allergic to any particular kind of food.
That we know of.
At least, yeah. Yet. He has his own kind of kryptonite, but it hasn't shown up yet.
But what's wrong with just...
Just sit down for 10 minutes and have a cup of pie.
I forgot if I mentioned this already, probably first time it is, but basically this is ultimately what Doctor Who, in my interpretation of Doctor Who, it's basically, when you get down to a modern take on the Peter Pan tale, which made in Britain makes a lot of sense. It's just that it's presenting a different formula. This being that's quasi-immortal, taking the chance to take these Earthlings into an escapading series of adventures, although here is exploring a more tragic angle. The Doctor even has his own kind of arch-nemesis, but that's reserved for the 10th era.
Yeah, also,
at least for these returns.
I love how that's like clearly the same shot they used earlier.
Low budget vibes.
And yeah, well, that's the kid's punishment, having to clean up the bad wolf graffiti.
Again, I'm sure it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. So what's the newspaper headline then? Alien hoax.
Fake news.
So what's their explanation then? The whole of England was gassed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's like flat earthers.
Except Rose. Yeah, like Vicky said.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Mickey. You'll have another shot soon.
Yeah. Again, the redemption of Mickey actually is a thing, and it will be probably the best thing between his characters. So at the very least, is that. But man, does he really get the shaft in his earlier episodes?
So Rose has decided to go on a gap year.
Yeah, and Jackie's like, no, it's not safe. Again, you live in London.
And in a very poor yard of it, by the look of the buildings.
Yeah. Well, at least the Doctor's going along with, Mickey's choice.
Decision, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully her phone contract allows calls from space.
It's a time machine. Besides, the TARDIS has precautions.
The TARDIS is probably far safer than Hogwarts, and we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I actually inclined to agree, and keep in mind the TARDIS is still technically not a proper safe place, so that means a lot.
Yeah, apparently the TARDIS can be broken apart by like the sheer force of
And
someone's mind.
houses a couple of very nasty surprises. I'll just say that.
Yeah, the TARDIS is probably like a prison for some dangerous creatures.
And also for those who don't know how to navigate inside it, considering again just the mere amount of infinite number rooms, and you don't know where you can go.
You probably starved to death.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, 10 seconds gone. Well, don't worry, you'll see Rose in about a decade.
Yeah.
Bloop, 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 bloop. And Vicky goes back to sitting on the bin.
Because I guess he had nothing better to do.
He's gonna wait there for a decade.
Anyway,
Preview for the next episode. Oh, goody! One of my favorites, actually. Because it's time to finally bring back something ancient. A stable of the Doctor. The Joker to the Doctor's Batman.
evil American bad guys.
Yeah. Something that the Doctor truly despises, a Dalek. Yeah. I'm gonna talk more about these guys when I actually meet them in the meeting in the next episode. But so far,
also wait to spoil it in the episode preview.
To be fair, Shuri, everyone was expecting the Daleks to show up at some point.
Again, I'll explain more.
I know, but
not to mention in the previous episode, they spoiled this one by showing the Doctor still alive after the cliffhanger. So good job. But anyway, this two-parter, it's weak. I know what we're trying to do, like setting things up for future status quo and everything, but I think it's still pretty weak. And obviously, the Rapsacorico Falapatorian are just one of the worst of the new races.
They're kind of insufferable.
Yeah, I mean, what's there to them? They fart.
They are gangsters. They think about money, I guess.
Their weakness is something you can buy at Morrison's.
So, yeah, not exactly the most ferocious conquerors.
Terrifying.
Oh, well. But anyway, at least I'm confident that, at least the worst has passed. There's still one major bad episode in this first series, but we'll get to it eventually. For now, we'll await you for something good in episode 6.
Alright, see you then.
See ya.
Yep.